Yeah, so the jury got this case just around 2 o'clock, so about 3 hours ago. And that was after 5 hours of closing arguments between the prosecution and the defense. Now, the prosecution says this is a textbook bribery scheme, and the defense says not the case. A bribery scheme means someone like McCabe has to get rich. And he says McCabe's net worth is nothing of the sort. This is a case where a public official used his position of power to extract things of value from wealthy businessmen. For more than 2 hours during closing arguments, the prosecution painted a picture to the jury that they believe former Norfolk Sheriff Bob McCabe took part in a pay-to-play scheme and for decades received lavish gifts from jail vendors who in exchange were awarded contracts. Gambling trips, helicopter rides, ice sculptures, autographed guitars, high-end caterings, sporting events, and more is what the prosecution believes McCabe obtained from men who had multi-million-dollar contracts with the Norfolk jail. McCabe, who testified in his own defense last week, admitted to violating campaign finance laws and mishandling funds, including an incident where he had a friend put the friend's name on a blank check for $12,000 to conceal one of the contractors donating to his campaign. McCabe admitted it didn't look right, but held firm that he never took bribes from jail vendors. McCabe's defense attorney, James Broccoletti, told the jury Monday that his client didn't have to take the stand and expose his life and his career. Broccoletti said repeatedly, quote, "Friends don't bribe friends," and what the prosecution is detailing is simply gifts between friends with no intent to defraud the citizens of Norfolk. Broccoletti told the jury that for more than 30 years as a public servant, McCabe improved the jail drastically, as well as the health of the inmates. He ended with the fact that the two vendors who allegedly took part in these bribes still have contracts at the jail despite McCabe's absence. Now, if the jury doesn't reach a verdict this afternoon, they'll start deliberating once again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Now, each of the 11 federal charges that McCabe faces carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. We're live in Norfolk. Chelsea Donovan, News 3.